From deciding to keep out of it to claiming to have mediated a complete ceasefire, America's stance on the escalating India-Pakistan tensions shifted very quickly. On May 10th, in a post on Truth Social, President Donald Trump said that Washington had mediated a long night of talks, after which the two sides agreed to a truce. And this announcement came even before New Delhi's and Islamabad's. While India did not mention U.S. mediation, Pakistan thanked Washington. Our next report gets you more details.
We are not going to get involved in the middle of war. That's fundamentally none of our business and has nothing to do with America's ability to control it.
From this to this. From a hands-off approach to an abrupt complete ceasefire announcement by US President Donald Trump after what he claimed was a long night of talks. What made the United States change its stance on the worst fighting between India and Pakistan in decades?
A little bit of the past. They've been fighting for a long time. They've been fighting for many, many decades and centuries, actually, if you really think about it.
Reports say worries in the White House began to grow as an increasing number of artillery, drones and missiles were being exchanged between India and Pakistan. Washington feared the conflict between the two nuclear powers could spiral out of control since there were no signs of de-escalation. So from a not my monkey, not my circus approach, the United States claimed to have shifted to play the truce maker. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio also said he, along with Vice President J.D. Vance, engaged with senior Indian and Pakistani officials, including Prime Ministers, Foreign Ministers, Chiefs of Army Staff and the National Security Advisors. When J.D. Vance dialed India's Prime Minister Modi, reports say he received a clear message from New Delhi. If Pakistan attacks, India will retaliate harder.
This is a strike on the Noor Khan Air Base.
Hours after this call, responding to Pakistan's barrage of drones and artillery, India struck 3 Pakistani bases. This triggered more panic in Washington. This time, Marco Rubio reportedly picked up the phone for another round of diplomacy, placing separate calls to India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar and the Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir. In that call, Rubio reportedly asked if India would de-escalate if Pakistan did too, to which India reminded the US that this had been its position all along. On Saturday, after some 2.5 hours of talks between Director General of Military of Operations of both India and Pakistan, the two sides reportedly agreed to stop the exchange of fire. But before either sides could announce the ceasefire, Trump popped it on his Truth Social account. Soon after, India's Foreign Secretary addressed a briefing but made no mention of any role by the United States.
Director General of Military Operations of Pakistan called the Director General of Military Operations of India at 15:35 hours earlier this afternoon. It was agreed between them that both sides would stop all firing and military action on land and in the air and sea.
But Pakistan's Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif thanked the United States as well as other countries he said helped to mediate, Saudi Arabia and China. Reports say the talks between India and Pakistan had already been underway, even as drones and missiles flew back and forth. Some even labelled Trump's post as an overreach. But Trump was not to be stopped. He followed his ceasefire announcement with another post, offering to help find a solution to the Kashmir issue. Now Kashmir is an integral part of India and New Delhi has been clear. Kashmir is not open for negotiations, least of all through a third-party mediator. Last time, when Trump tried to intervene in Kashmir during his first term in 2019, it triggered a ferocious backlash in India. Trump had even gone ahead to claim that Prime Minister Modi had invited him to mediate, which India instantly denied. So was this an attempt by US President Donald Trump to finally kickstart his truce bandwagon, as the stalled promises on Gaza and Ukraine remain unfulfilled?